The UK's electoral system has been hacked and a huge amount of voters' data have been stolen. In this video, we're going to explain what's going on with the Electoral Commission and where we're going to go from here. In case you haven't heard, yesterday there was this announcement from the Electoral Commission. They released a statement saying that, oopsie, we lost some data. Well, they didn't lose them. They were giving access to some hackers, and a cyber attack that happened a while ago, by the way. They only just announced what's happened a long time ago, and clearly nothing was done about it. So if it weren't for the political establishment and the electoral system and everything being undermined, which has been over the last few years, everybody would automatically assume that it's external bad actors. But these days, a lot of people would also assume this could be internal. You never know. Who is it? Why are they doing this? So in the past, they could have just said, oh, it's the Soviet Union, or it's Communist China. And now there are speculations saying, well, it could be Russia, it could be Iran, blah, blah, blah. Speculations won't really help anybody at this point. It's all about the actual system and the safeguarding issues that we have with the Electoral Commission. The Electoral Commission released a statement saying that this is the cyber attack update. They said that the Electoral Commission has been the subject of a complex cyber attack. They has announced today, highlighting that the UK's democratic process and its institutions remain a target for hostile actors online. So this is the point. The incident was identified in October 2022 after suspicious activity was detected on the regulator's systems. It became clear that hostile actors had first accessed the systems in August 2021. The Commission has since worked with external security experts and the National Cyber Security Centre to investigate and secure its systems. Hang on, August 2021, it actually happened. October 2022, they discovered, and now it's August 2023, we're just finding out what's been going on. And so there are a lot of questions to be asked right now. Why we had to wait there's such a long time to find out exactly what's going on. Not just us, but more people inside the establishment. And has this actually got anything to do with the track record of certain people? So these are the certain questions. So Sean McNally, who's the Electoral Commission Chief Executive, said that the UK's democratic process is significantly dispersed and key aspects of it remain based on paper documentation and counting. This means it would be very hard to use a cyber attack to influence the process. Nevertheless, the successful attack on the Electoral Commission highlights that organisations involved in elections remain a target and need to remain vigilant to the risks to processes around our elections. We regret that sufficient protections were not in place to prevent this cyber attack. Since identifying it, we have taken significant steps with the support of specialists to improve the security, resilience and reliability of our IT systems. What is this? Is this some sort of like a post office situation or NHS cyber attacks? The electoral system and the electoral system in this country is crucial if you care about democracy. So why do they have to be reactionary rather than proactive? Why do they have to wait for something like this to happen to then have a meeting saying, oh, maybe we should improve our security? We already have the technology in place. We have MI5 and MI6 and GCHQ have those systems in place for themselves. You can't really easily hack GCHQ. But why couldn't we do it for another institution that's a fundamental area of our country? Again, this is not like it's some sort of NHS trust that some random hacker could just hack into, like, oh, I'm just going to steal some people's health data. The NHS could have the excuse saying, oh, well, we're not really into cyber stuff. We don't really know what we're doing. We don't even know how to treat people. But the Electoral Commission, it should be as crucial as GCHQ. Yet, absolute chaos is happening. As part of the attack, hostile actors were able to access reference copies of the electoral registers held by the Commission for research purposes and to enable permissibility checks on political donations. The registers held at the time of the cyber attack include the name and addresses of anyone in the UK who was registered to vote between 2014 and 2022, as well as the names of those registered as overseas voters. the registers did not include the details of those registered anonymously. Anonymously? Okay. The Commission's email system was also accessible during the attack. Anonymously? I'm not really sure. Okay. Anyway, the problem we have here is this is just creating more speculations, as I said earlier. So there are a lot of people who are questioning the system as well, saying, well, if this was in the past, we would just trust anything that the system would tell us. Now, a lot of people will create new theories as well, saying, well, we've had issues in America in the 2020 elections. We've had issues in a number of elections here as well. And we don't trust the establishment. So a lot of people would just basically say, well, this could just be smoke and mirrors. This just could be a distraction tactic. Maybe there's some more to this story that we are being told. And I don't blame those people for raising certain questions. So anyway, the chief executive also said that we know which systems were accessible to the hostile actors, but are not able to know conclusively what files may or may not have been accessed, while the data contained in the electoral registers is limited, and much of it is already in the public domain. We understand the concern that may have been caused by the registers potentially being accessed and apologize to those affected. I don't really want an apology. I want certain people to be caught for, at best, complacency, and improve your systems, obviously, but don't wait for yourself to be reactionary. This should be a lesson to everybody else in the establishment. Stop being reactionary, be proactive, get ready for everything. Whether it's external bad actors or internal people plotting against us, it doesn't matter who it is. It is about the fundamental aspects of our democracy. Now, as I said, people are already questioning the legitimacy of a lot of people in the establishment. This doesn't help the situation. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. We have more updates for you guys throughout the day. We're going to come back in half an hour. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.